what's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music. I'm hanging out with my friend and amazing artist, guitarist, Eric Krasno. Played with Soul Live, Phil Lesh, his own projects, Tedeschi Trucks Band, producer, Grammy winner, and awesome dude. We just produced a masterclass of Eric Krasno's lessons, and I'm really excited about it. We've got a link below. It's brand new, so please check it out. It's 20 chapters, all tabbed out, all this guy's different techniques that he's learned over his career, and I think you did an awesome job.
You know, it was really cool to work with you on this. It really showed me a lot about my playing, and it helped me break down a lot of the things that I've learned over the years and that I've kind of incorporated into creating the vocabulary that I have. So it was great having you in the room and helping me put it together. I think you guys will dig it, and I think you'll learn a lot from it.
Okay, so we're going to give him a taste right now.
Yep.
Now, if you like this kind of stuff, there's even more of it in the class, but we're going to do 5 things to add to the minor pentatonic scale.
Yeah, I mean, the minor pentatonic is kind of the foundation that we build so much from in terms of improvisation on guitar. And, you know, in this short little course, we just talk about 5 things, like you said, that can help just add to that vocabulary and kind of spice up some of the things that you might already be playing.
Extra flavor. All right, cool. All right, well, take it away.
All right, let's do this. So I'm jamming in the A minor pentatonic, and a lot of you may know, you know, that box, which is... Right? And one of the first things that I want to add to your vocabulary, where we can build off of that minor pentatonic, is the 9, which is, you know, if we're in A, that's the B. Right? And you can add that here on the top E string, or you can add it here, or you can add it here, or right here. So that's not in the pentatonic scale, but I guess you would call it, technically that's part of the Dorian scale. And I'll show you a few different ways that I would add that in to a solo. So you notice there, I did a lot of this, right? And that's just kind of bending up from that 9, you know, that B to the C. So like, right? So that, let me break down that one little lick. So most of that is pentatonic, you know, but I'm just adding that one little tricky little... And like I said, you can also do that here. No theory needed. We're just adding that one note. But I love, it's such a cool note. You'll hear so many players do that. John Mayer, B.B. King. And it's just such a cool little addition to that minor pentatonic that you might have already been using. The next one that I want to show you, or the next trick that we can kind of add into your vocabulary along with that minor pentatonic. This one is the 6. So much like the 9 that I've been showing you before, I'm kind of just going from that 6 to that 7. Right? So it's that same kind of idea where you're just bending a half step up, but there's so many, you know, cool ways to like fit that into some of your licks. So I'm just going to show you how I might use it on over this loop. So, like I said, you can actually do it right here on the 7th fret of that B string. We're in A minor, by the way, by just kind of bending that half step. You'll hear that so many solos. The other cool thing about that same note is you can kind of combine it with these double stops with the G string. So with the G string and the B string, so it sounds something like this. So again, we're in that same kind of minor pentatonic box, but we're kind of pulling. Right? I love that. And you can do the same thing down here on that D string. And it's the same notes, just down an octave. Right? And same thing with the... Right? Such a cool sound, that 4th sound. So I'll show you a little bit of that and how I would incorporate that into a solo over this loop. So many of you guys know the A minor pentatonic, and that's what we've been focusing on here. And we're talking about different ways to add in some different vocabulary, but that you can just build on the other, minor pentatonic licks that you might already have. So one of my favorite notes to add in there is the flat 5, and that basically makes that minor pentatonic scale a blues scale. And so this is the regular minor pentatonic, right? Right now we're just adding this one note. And so again, a lot of the things I'm talking about here are these half step bends, which are just so cool in this kind of music. So if we're on the 5th fret here, and we're kind of going between the 5th and the 7th, just gives it that extra flavor. Right, I'll show you that over the loop. Another trick that I love to use, and I don't know the correct terminology for this yet, but I'm just going to call it the double note bend. Hendrix all day, Jimmy Page did all this stuff. And basically what you're taking is like 2 notes and you're kind of bending from one to the other, but you're playing both at the same time. So if we're in A minor and you're on this 7 note, right, which is the G, you want to bend it up to A, right? But if you add in that A on top, you get this kind of sound. Right? So first, let's just hear that with in the midst of a jam. Then take it up a whole step. So you can use that on those top 2 strings, but you can also use it on the B and the G. And the difference is that they're 2 frets apart. So if I'm on the 7th fret here and this is the 5th fret and using these 2, you're really going between the 4, which is a D in A minor, and the 5. So, and then you can move that up a whole step, move it up a half step, and then another whole step. And you'll hear that in so much like cool 60s and 70s music, but I'll show you that in context. Finally, one last little trick to add to your vocabulary using the minor pentatonic is actually, I guess you could call it a microtonal bend, but playing with that in between the minor third and the major third. Stevie Ray Vaughan would go back and forth between that all the time. I mean, everybody does. And it's a really cool tension that you can create with that. And I use it all the time. So here, I'll show you in context.
All right, that was awesome, man. Really enjoyed that. I hope you guys did as well. Be sure to support Eric Krasno. Listen to his music wherever music is listened to. Soul Live, and then Eric Krasno's new album is called
Always. Comes out February 4th, 2022, but we've got a few singles out already, and I've got a bunch of records that you can find. Again, just look up my name, Eric Krasno, and you'll find it all there.
Awesome. And don't forget to check out Eric Krasno's masterclass in the link below. Please check it out. And thanks for supporting, and hope to see you guys again soon.